evening, NFL Madness, the league. What's going on, people? What it is, crazy day today. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to do your previews and your reviews for last week, your previews for next week. Brian was supposed to do it. He got really busy, so I'm taking over for him. You guys know him as Austin or whatever. Austin Fury or whatever his name is, the San Francisco 49ers. So, before we get into that, we light up our nightly square. A beer. Cheers to you, boys. It's Corona. I didn't have anything left. I had a bunch of old Coronas in the refrigerator. Had to drink them. This is going to be take 2. Take 1, for some reason, just stopped on me halfway through the video. I don't know why. All right, so listen. Before we get into this, a trade today got declined, okay, between the Chargers and the Colts. So, the trade got... I'm going to explain a few things before we go with the through reviews and previews. The trade got declined because the trade commission felt the Colts were giving up too many picks, right? Giving up 2 years worth of picks. That's what happened. That's what got declined. So we understand how the trade commission works. And so everybody understands the trade commission was put into play before the season started. We're trying it out. Like I said, at the end of the year, we'll have an actual a rating of them, see how they did, figure out what we want to do, move forward with the trade commission or not. So far, my opinion is they've done a great job all year. There's been one trade declined, just one, and that's it. I don't think we can grade them off one trade. And not everybody's perfect. And again, we put 4 people in there. Most of them have 4 different opinions usually. So that's how it worked out. This one got declined. Here's the thing. Indianapolis, go back to the Chargers, work out a new deal. Before you do that, contact the trade commissioners. In our league pin are all the rules, everything the league abides by, okay? And you have the trade commissioners on there too, where you can click on a personal message. Hey, we want to get this done. What'd you guys think? Let's fix it. We don't have to be upset about these things. Again, decline trades are going to happen. The reason I put a trade commission together is because we've done it in leagues where it's totally open, right? Go ahead and make your own decision. That doesn't work out after about a few years. Teams get depleted with picks and players, and it's hard to sell those teams. The second one we've tried is let's do a vote on it, right? And Flavorlicious was saying something about this too. I think Green Bay, where we could just put it to a league vote. The issue is you will have people even at that point vote against a trade just to not make a team better, okay? Or we have commissioner decision. And either way, commissioner decision or trade commission, there's still going to be an issue with either way we do these. But for right now, we are keeping that this year. That is not going away. I'm sorry your trade got declined. Again, I think you can still work that trade out. As far as collusion, somebody mentioned collusion with the trade commissioners. I'm in their chat. I see exactly what they say. They do have 48 hours to make a decision on a trade. So usually when it's a trade they're talking about, we give it that full 48 hours or somewhat of the 48 hours. This was a hard one. They discussed it. We took a day off from the trade. They went and looked at each roster of each team. They came back. Everybody kept their vote the same. That's what it is, guys. Nothing's going to be perfect. When you're building a 16-man league, there's a lot of growing pains in year number 1 and even in year number 2. Usually you grow through them. We get over them. At the end of the year, we go, hey, man, these are the things we didn't like. Here are the things us as players want to change. We bring it to the commissioner. Me as a commissioner follow through on those changes, and we get stuff done to make it better the next year. That's what happens. All right? We don't want to discourage people from trading or anything like that. All right, so that's a word on that. As far as the collusion goes, again, that's a bullshit claim. There's no collusion between trade commissioners. At least I haven't seen anything. Oh, and also, good beer. Sorry, it's blowing garbage all over the place. Or I think my garbage is blowing over. When a trade commissioner is involved in a trade, whether it's 1 or 2 people, whatever it is, right? They are not allowed to voice their opinion or vote on that trade. It's in our bylaws. So if New England, which is a trade commissioner, and the Rams, another trade commissioner, if they're trading together, they don't get to vote on that trade. Okay? It's the other 2 trade commissioners that get the vote, and if it's a tie, I weigh in on it and I have the deciding vote. That's how it works. Whenever there's a tie, I'll have the deciding vote as a commissioner. But if commissioners are involved in the trade, they already know they are not allowed to vote on that trade. Now, again, at the end of the year, how leagues work that actually work out, we take notes on it. People go, hey, I didn't like this year. I didn't like how that worked out. At the end of the year, we try to make adjustments and change. I want all 16 of us to be in the league next year. I know that's probably impossible because you have 16 personalities, and sometimes one thing can make people upset and they don't want to join again. I get that. No grudge against anybody about that. But for now, we're going to keep functioning the way we are. To Indianapolis and to the Chargers, talk to those guys. The trade commissioners' names are on the pin in our section. Talk to them, see what they didn't like, work out a new trade. You can work out a new trade. Trust me, it can happen. All right? As far as that, let me relight the cigarette. Hope you boys been doing good. Hope everything's good. Real quick, I'm going to give you first the review of week 6. Oh, what was it? What was last week, guys? I'm sorry. Yeah, week 6. Sorry. I'm going to do the reviews for week 6, and then I'll do the previews. So, week 6, real quick, we're going to fire off on it. And this is just taking forever. Week 6. Let's fire off on week 6, boys. All right, first matchup. My Lions traveling to the Dallas Cowboys. I could have pulled off a win there. Dallas, good win. Great job. 120 to 129. Well-deserved win, Dallas. I go to 2-4. Dallas goes to 4-2. Leading me off was Deebo Samuels at 16. And the Vikings defense at 26. Definitely could have started some other guys that could have made that a closer game. But again, it's who you play, right? Whoever you play is who you play. That's how it works. Let me put this up a little bit. All right. Over on Dallas' side, he actually, bad performance from his quarterback, but Fournette, 23 points. And we had Jefferson with 16. He had a good game. Ayuk got him 28. Really good game. Good win. You deserved it. Dallas goes to 4-2. I dropped to 2-4. Next game, we have the New England Patriots traveling over to the Baltimore Ravens. In this game, New England handles it pretty good. New England's building a team here, guys. Watch out for New England. New England, 20 points from Jackson. 23 points from McCaffrey. McCaffrey's finally doing it. Over here on the Ravens side, Ravens is in kind of a rebuild mode, but not really a rebuild mode. Frenchie number 2, I like to call him. He had okay games out of Lamb, good game out of Brown at 17 points, but that's really about it. Davis was 16, right? He had a few good games. Again, too much for him to overcome. New England goes to 4-2. Baltimore 1-5. New England 119 to 90. Good game there, guys. All right, next game on the review. Las Vegas Raiders, Danny's team. Danny was upset today. You guys kept blowing up his phone. Danny, you got to put it on. Listen, I'm in a 32-man league. Flavorlicious will tell you about that. Me and him are in a 32-man league, okay? That chat never stops. The one good thing about today's trade getting declined, at least people were chatting. We don't have a really chatty group here. But you got to put the notifications on mute, Dan. That's the only way you can do it, bro. I'm telling you. When it gets chatty like that, you have to do that. It is what it is. Anyways, Danny's traveling over to the Indianapolis Colts, the person who was involved in the trade who got upset. And I get why you got upset, bro. I'm not holding you on that one. But again, have to follow the rules through. We'll change it next year. Whatever we don't see is good or not. So Danny falls 139 to 142, putting Danny at 4-2, putting the Colts at 3-3. Danny, 40 points out of Burrow. Great freaking game. 23 points out of Andrews. Over here on the Colts, we had 30 points out of Diggs, lit it up, and 26 points out of Pittman. Good job, Colts. Good job. Over here, we have the Green Bay Packers traveling to the Seattle Seahawks. Green Bay, 127. Seattle, 60. Seattle's in a rebuild mode, so it's really difficult right now for Seattle. I love the video you did last week, Seattle. Awesome video. I hope more of you guys want to get involved in videos. It'd be nice if we get to know each other. But it is what it is. It's going to be a longer video, so shut up and just watch it. On the way to work, you put the video on and you watch it. That's easy. Okay, guys? It'll be released tomorrow. Anyways, for Green Bay, good win, Green Bay. 26 points from Trevor Lawrence. Kamara with 19, leading him off. On the other side, on the Seahawks, 18 for Fields, which was actually pretty good. No one else did anything for you. Anyways, we have Green Bay 4-2, Seattle at 0-6. I think Seattle's going to get at least one win, right? Before the year is up, I'm betting on that one. The other team involved in the trade that got declined, Los Angeles Chargers traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh. I know Pittsburgh. His real name is Ron. I work with Ron. Cool guy. Just fucked up his knees and everything a little while ago. Was out of work for a little while. Ron is doing it this year. I think he's leading his division. Again, week 8, we'll have another division recap, unless somebody else wants to do a quick division recap. In this game, we had the Chargers scoring 94, being led off by Harris with 13 points and Thielen with 15 points. Not a good game, Chargers. That's okay. You dropped to 1-5. Again, what Seattle said, I think the Chargers team is way better than what the record shows. Just like I think my team is better than what my record shows. Sometimes the break just doesn't go your way. And that happens, right? Over for Pittsburgh Steelers, Ron, what's going on, Big Mac? We call him Big Mac Body. We actually call Ron, and we call him Body Bags Ron. Body Bags Ron. That nickname, I can't really talk about it online why we call him that. Anyways, he had Stafford with 17 leading them off. Singletary with 15. Good job, Singletary. Doing something here. Ron takes a win, goes to 3-3. Next game, we have the Los Angeles Rams. My older brother, fuck you, Steph. You're in my division. I don't know how we get stuck in divisions with each other every league we're in. But scoring 130, traveling to the Chicago Bears, who scored 112. The Rams were led off. Pat Mahomes, 25, and Kenyon Drake lit it up this week. Sorry, with the burps, with 20. On the Bears side, who lost, we have Daniel Jones, 17, 32 from Chase. Just was too much for him to overbear. They lost the game. Rams go to 4-2. And the Chicago Bears go to 2-4. Chicago, what's up? All right, last game, or no, I'm sorry, 2 more games of our recap. Next game, Cincinnati, 6-0. Cincinnati's proving the truth. Cincinnati, what's up? 6-0, 157. Traveled over to the Denver Broncos, who only scored 104. Right? Denver, I don't know what's going on with your team. I know you're making moves, though, so I respect you. You're trying to get better, and you're trying to sell. You're trying to buy. I can like that. 38 points for Allen. 16 points for Elliott for Cincinnati. 14 points from Kupp. Cincinnati's got that squad. I know their matchups haven't been that hard, but they're going into season 6-0. They're a lock, you guys. They're a lock. I don't know about Super Bowl, but they're a lock. Over on Denver, Wentz, terrible. I get it, man. 3 points, 25 points from Stevenson. You didn't really have anybody do anything, man. Don't feel bad about that loss. You're going to drop to 2-2. Denver is 6-0 Cincinnati. Last game of last week's recap, we're going to have Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. My new arch enemy. Brian, my arch enemy. Talking all that shit in the videos. All that shit. I still whooped that ass 2 weeks ago, didn't I? Still whooped that ass. I got your card, Brian. I got your card. I got your card. Anyways, we have the Eagles scoring 105. San Francisco scoring 142. First of all, thank you. I need the Eagles to lose because they're in my division. Anyways, Eagles led off by Hurts with 20 points and 29 points from Hill. On the other hand, we have the 49ers really getting a great game. Really getting a great game out of Elker at 24 points. Barkley, 19. 18 from Campbell. 19 from Kelsey. 21 from Hall. You guys, San Francisco team is pretty good. They're the truth. They're going to be going to 5-1. The Eagles at 3-3. All right, so before we go into our next week's previews for week 7, light up another square. Let's do it. And again, boys, I like this group of people. Let's keep ourselves together. Let's get this done. Let's make this league work. I think we have a good chance of making that happen. We need to be a little more chatty. There was a little bit of beef going on with New England and forgot who New England was arguing with. Oh, Seattle. This is what I liked about it. They talked shit to each other, and then as you went out in the message, they started bullshit and busting each other's balls, and it was funny and laughing. You guys, that's what fantasy football is about, man. It's about us having a good time and having fun. We compete too and everything like that. Shit doesn't always go our way. We get over it. We move on. right? We make it work. That's what football's about, bringing people together. It's fun, man, all right? So, previews. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. For Week 7. Previews, Week 7. We're going to have the Detroit Lions, the Detroit motherfucking Lions, traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. I need this win. I need this win to go 3-4 to try to salvage something in my season. We'll see how it happens. Leading off for Philadelphia, he's got a lot of people on bye, but he's going to have Tyreek Hill and Curtis Samuel being his leadoff men. Myself, I don't start my lineup, but Mac Jones is definitely going to be in the lineup. I don't know about Brady. Fuck Brady at this point. And I'm hoping to get a big game out of Deebo Samuels or Deontay Johnson. One of those two. This game, I'm actually going to give it to myself. I think I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to go 3-4, still be competitive in the league. Next game we're going to have the New England Patriots traveling. The 4-2 New England Patriots traveling to the 1-5 Los Angeles Chargers. Hands down, sorry about this. New England, my bad, but I think the Chargers are going to actually get you in this game. Herbert's going to have a big game. I'm looking at Nick Chubb having a big game, and Harris is going to have the game of the year this week. On the other hand, for you, Lamar Jackson, questionable. I think he's still going to play. McCaffrey's going to do good. And Chris Olave, who I really like this year. So, I'm still giving it, even though they're giving it to the New England Patriots, I'm actually giving it to the Chargers on that to go 2-5 and New England to drop to 4-3. Next game on the docket, we're going to have the 4-2 Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the 6-0 Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the thing. This is my game of the week. I think any game with Cincinnati in it is going to be the game of the week. If anybody's going to hand Cincinnati their first loss this early, it's going to be Danny. This is when your schedule, Cincinnati, starts to get hard. Danny is a very skillful, conniving player. I played with him for a few years now. More than a few years, actually. I'm in his home league. He's a conniving player. Very intelligent, very smart, and he knows how to abuse his roster to the best of his ability. Right? And we all say we do that. Not really. Danny's a methodical dude who's looking up whether they're playing inside or outside or this or that, just to see who he's going to start that might just get one more point than the other guy. He's a methodical guy. If anybody can beat you, it's going to be Danny this week. If not, your next few games, I think you got wins. So anyways, Danny being led off by Burrows, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Cincinnati is going to be led off by Amari Cooper, Pitts, and Henry. That's who I think are going to be your best guys this week. Again, I'm giving it to Danny. Even though they're giving it to Danny too, I'm giving it to Danny to go 5-2 and Cincinnati 6-1. Next game, we have Flavorlicious, Diente de Manga, Adefemo, Potatisto Michigan Akanomekati. Flavorlicious know what I said. He's Greek too, so he understands what I just said. Anyways, come to Michigan, Flavorlicious. Canada's good too, but Michigan is where it's all at. Ooh. Oh, and I got a comment after this too, after the video's done. We're already at 18 minutes. Again, play the video while you're driving to work, guys. What do you want me to do? I had to do the whole spiel about the trade shit in the beginning. Do a review, now a preview. The 4-2 Green Bay Packers will be traveling to the 4-2 Los Angeles Rams. I call this the Battle of the Greek Titans. Both Greek dudes going at it. It's going to be crazy. In this game, I'm actually going to give it to the Rams, even though they're at home. I'm going to give it to the Rams. Lawrence for Green Bay. Kamara, I think, is going to have a bad game. Lazard, I think, is going to be okay. Connor, I would not start him on Thursday, bro. Get him out of your lineup. I would get him out of your lineup before tomorrow, to be honest with you. On the other hand, for the Rams, we're going to have Mahomes who's going to light it up against San Francisco. They have a good defense. Look at Mahomes have a good game this week. I would take Kendrick Drake out for this week. Christian Kirk going to light it up. Romeo Doubs going to do a good job. I think the Rams are going to pull it out by a little bit. I think it's going to be a close game, but the Rams pull it out to go 5-2, and Green Bay to go 4-3. Next game, we have. Hold on. Cheers, boys. We're gonna have the Pittsburgh Steelers. What up, Ronnie Mack? Traveling order of Frenchie number 2. the Baltimore Ravens. On Pittsburgh's side, get Stafford out. He's on a bye week. Aaron Jones. And we have Devontae Adams leading them off. On the side of the Ravens, we have Kyler Murray. And I'm not even going to touch J.K. Dobbins. And you got more from the Jets leading you off. That's who you're going to have leading you off. Again, on this one, unfortunately, Baltimore, Frenchie number 2. I see you going 1-6. I see Ron going 4-3. I think your team's good, but they're plagued with a lot of injuries this year, man. And there's a lot of moves you're going to have to make and different things you're going to have to do to sell off to try to get competitive this year. I think you're playing for next year right now, honestly. So I'm giving it to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ronnie Mack, Body Bags Mack. All right, next game we have on the docket, we have the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears traveling to the Seattle Seahawks. Chicago at 2-4, Seattle at 0-6. This game is going to be fucking boring. Really. I mean, Seattle, if you can get a win, it's going to be this game. I really don't still think it's going to happen. Daniel Jones sucks. Jonathan Taylor, we don't know what the fuck he's doing this year. Pierce, good play. Chase, good play. Pitts, we don't fucking know. On the other hand, Seattle, Prescott, going against the Lions defense, probably a good matchup. If you can win, it's going to be this week, Seattle. Stoney Michel and DJ Metcalf. Sorry, guys. Again, it's getting late. It's about to be 5 o'clock. Again, I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to give it to Seattle, getting their first win, going 1-6. And the Bears, the Chicago Bears, going at 2-5. All right, last two games on the docket here. We're going to have the Indianapolis Colts at 3-3 traveling to the Denver Broncos at 2-4. For the Indianapolis side, we're going to have Aaron Rodgers leading them off. Kareem Hunt at running back, looking to have a good game. Michael Pittman, good game. Godwin, this week, good game. Kittle, fuck him, get him out of your lineup. On the other side, on Denver Broncos, we're going to have Heinicke. Is that how you say his name? Heinicke? Heinicke. I think he's going to actually have a good game. The guy can throw downfield. Stevenson and Cook. That's who I'm looking for on your team, Denver. That's who I'm looking for on your team. Anyways, again, this game, though, I still give it to Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis wins easily, goes to 4-3. Denver, Frenchie number 1. Frenchie boy. What are we doing here? You're making moves, and I respect it, bro, but your team is not coming together. I mean, I know you got some picks, I think, right? You loaded with picks? I didn't even look. But maybe you are, maybe you're not. Again, giving it to them, 4-3, Indianapolis Colts, 2-5, Frenchies, Denver Broncos. Let me throw that cigarette out. Okay, last game of the week. Da-na-da-na-na. We're going to have the 4-2 Dallas Cowboys traveling to the 5-1 San Francisco 49ers. I'm taking the upset here. I'm taking Dallas going over to San Francisco, putting an ass slapping on them. Slapping on their asses. This beer's actually tasting really good. I got your number, San Francisco. I got your fucking number. I got it. Anyways, leading off Dallas here. Leading them off. We're going to have Matt Ryan. Going to have a good game. Fournette is going to have a blowout game. Pollard, good game. Keenan Allen is just going to kill it even though he's questionable. And Higgins, questionable. You got a lot of questionable guys here. I think most of them are good to go. I'm going with Dallas on that one. San Francisco side, Jared Goff, fuck you, he sucks. Eckler's going to have a good game. Barkley, I think he's going to have a terrible game this week, actually, going against Jacksonville. And Hopkins coming back. I don't think Hopkins is going to light it up his first week back. He might, though. Again, I'm giving it to the Dallas Cowboys. Go there and whoop San Francisco's ass, Dallas. Whoop their ass, please. All right, guys. And they're going to go Dallas going to 5-2. San Francisco going to 5-2. All right, boys. That's your reviews and previews for week 6 and 7. Lastly, please go read the bylaws. They're pinned in the chat. understand how the league works. You guys, we got to grow together and build together and make stuff better as we go. That's only way we'll have a long-lasting league. Now, remember the 3 most important things in life, my people. That's your faith, your family, and fantasy fucking football. Until next time, stay fucking jiggy with it.